Okay, I'm here with Alexa from the show Jerseylicious. How are you doing today?
I feel like shit. No, I'm good.
I have that effect on women. Well, I just want to go over it now. I learned from the show that there's much more to you than just makeup. You know, and would you share with everyone what's on your glammy resume?
Let's see. Paranoid schizophrenia. No. My parents, my mother is a painter, my father is a jazz guitarist. So, like, growing up, I danced for 15 years. I taught ballet, which is funny. I painted a lot. I'm sorry, I was really involved with like painting, and I had my little painting station right next to my mom. So yeah, like my father, like I played the guitar for a little while, but I danced for a long time, and then I started teaching, and then I was dancing at Broadway Dance Center, New Jersey Ballet, stuff like that. And you know, being a ballerina and having a huge rack really don't go hand in hand. So
Did that help you with the pole dancing?
It did. It got me a job at Scores for a little while. And then the biggest thing I would say is writing. I wrote for Maxim magazine. I was intern for them, and then I did staff freelance stuff for a little while. I mean, this was years ago. And writing actually ends up taking up a huge portion of what I do, and the idea of convergence, which is all the different media outlets kind of fusing themselves together. Because I really don't think that people realize that being a makeup artist and trying to be successful and being a business owner means that you're going to have to be very well versed in other areas. For example, search engine optimization, understanding a cPanel, understanding analytics, understanding, a tag header and things like that. People wouldn't think that I know those things. So owning my business, it's like I was forced, if I wanted to survive in a world that's so driven by Google and Yahoo, that if I wanted to survive and, make a footprint next to the competition, I really had to understand how important social media and all different forms of media are, and how to really get involved in them. So, I mean, literally my Glammy resume is ridiculously large for somebody my age.
Yeah, so with the background in dance and the huge rack, why did you go into makeup?
Well, makeup, I don't know, my mom always said, whatever you do, when you forget what time it is, that's what you want to do with your career. I don't know, I graduated college and I was going to be a bartender. I got my bartender's license. I got, not license.
Another thing on the resume.
Another thing on the resume. I went to bartending school. They're like, well, what do you love to do when you forget what time it is? And I worked at Mac for a really long time, always in college. And I don't know, I was like, makeup, So I did my first bridal show, and I sold it out. My mother is in the front room painting, and my father's in, doing a guitar lesson. So I'm sitting there trying to do a trial, and I'm like, here, walk in the back, and I'm walking them all the way along the side of my parents' house. And, there's my freaking Mastiff coming out, and all these, there's always 1,000 dogs in my parents' house. And so the bride's sitting there, and there's dogs running in circles around her. My mother's like, oh, Alexa, I love your use of light. And my father's like, shut up, So there's so much going on. I'm like, I can't run a business like this. So I just picked up when I was really young, and I just freaking left, and I was in an apartment. So yeah, I picked up and I moved out. And I remember I was in Target, and I freaking bought this huge box of top ramen, and I'm like, is this not the lowest point of my life? So I just literally started from the bottom. I went out, just bought a Jeep, got this apartment, and just started working. And from there, I would progressively get something. I got a couch and a TV that was on a freaking cardboard, and it just worked. And I don't want to sound like freaking Mariah Carey on her tour in Cribs and be like, I go from the girl of one shoes to many shoes.
So what separates the Glam Fairy from the rest of the competition out there?
The fact that I have a personality, I would say. I would say that brought a lot of people to me. Always I say that, my website does act a little bit like a social filter. It's black, it's freaking pink, there's glitter. If you look at my FAQs alone, they filter. Have you ever seen my FAQs?
No.
No?
No.
Oh my God, they're hysterical. It's like, why is there a travel fee? It's like, because somebody is getting in a car and driving to you. It's like, asking, like, and it's like how I talk about in 9,000 different forms, how people ask me if there's a discount. And I'm like, okay, well, I am not Meals on Wheels. There is no reason why I should feel sorry for you. You know what I mean? It's very specific upper echelon service. Like, it's on location bridal airbrush makeup. You know what I mean? It is such a pity-free zone.
So what was the most challenging makeup job you ever had to do?
There are so many frigging annoying people out there. I mean, everybody's like, I cannot believe the way you call out your brides. I'm like, oh, you can't believe that there's annoying people in the world that choose to slap rings on each other's fingers? Like, I signed a contract with you. I didn't sign a goddamn NDA. So when you choose to act like a frigging sociopath, don't think I'm not going to talk about it. You know what I mean? You choose to abuse me and your little nest of weirdness. You know what I mean? First off, they wake up in the morning and they think that when they open up their eyes, they have a goddamn coupon book where it allows them to act weird for the whole day. Like, they just do things where, like, everybody's like, I can't explain it. Like, people are like walking around and like on eggshells and they're like, and they do like weird breathing and somebody will be like, what's wrong, Nancy? What's wrong? And they're like, nothing. And like everybody, they just act like jackasses when they never would normally. And so it's like a cool amount.
You think that's just women in general or just brides?
Everybody, all of them want to get married at one point or another, except me. But like, I feel like they all like, I don't know. There's just these annoying qualities that they have. And I'm just, one's holding her foot in the air to mix up the lines in her French pedicure, even ripping her dress in half, ripping her flowers apart, pulling her hair out. One girl drowned her dress. I literally have seen so much stupid crap on wedding days. It's like, and then I love when they sit there and they're like, so I'm pretty normal compared to the rest of them. I'm like, yeah, sure. Because you're 35 and your freaking bedroom is right next to your mom's. You're really normal.
So in your opinion, which celebrity consistently has the best and the worst makeup?
Courtney Love.
Is that best or worst?
No, I would say that she has really good makeup sometimes and really bad makeup. Like really good makeup because you don't realize what a friggin' hag she looks like most of the time. And then bad makeup because, oh my God, she looks banged up after like 2 seconds. Seriously, she looks like Marilyn Monroe that's gone through like a cement mixer.
So speaking of wine, have you had any from a box lately?
I freaking, box wine is very good, but no, I'm like a dork. I like a wine. It's called Bitch. It says...
That's a shocker.
Matches. Nothing I like better than a warm glass of Bitch.
That's what she said. Alright, so let's talk about Facebook. I've noticed that you have no problem replying to people and you don't hold anything back.
Oh, I know.
So I always wonder, like, is your openness on that site, is it like frowned upon by like the producers of the show, or you just...
I'm sure it is. I did sign a contract, but like, at the end of the day, I'm a human being and I can't help myself. You know what I mean? So if they're ballsy enough to have their name underneath it and go on the Jerseylicious website and they'll be like, Alexa, you are fat and disgusting and ugly and, you're not the Glam Fairy, you're the fat bitch fairy and you should go burn your fat bitch stomach, you stupid skank with big ugly boobs that don't match. Like, they'll write the weirdest stuff and it's like, I go back at them all the time because it's like, you have the balls from your little freaking trailer in Alabama to sit there and type to me like you're going to tell me how it is and expect me not to say anything back.
I didn't know that your boobs don't match. I had no idea.
No, they match, but
Oh.
people like to inspect them, you know what I mean?